In an era of AI filmmaking, Chloé Zhao is a filmmaker that still builds her worlds out of sunlight, silence, and real people. She made Nomadland with non-actors on the open road and then directed a Marvel film with a $200 million budget. Yet somehow, both these movies feel like they were shot by the same filmmaker. While these are wildly different projects for Zhao, the technique is the same. Real moments, cinematic lighting, and an authenticity that you really can't fake. So how does Zhao blend realism with spectacle without ever losing her voice? In this video, we'll break down the filmmaking techniques and the so-called cinematic lighting secrets that set her apart, and explore what her unique vision means in this age of rapid technological advancement and the rise of AI. In today's filmmaking landscape, technology is everything. Productions, especially big Hollywood productions, are powered by hyper-stylized visuals, AI-driven effects, and relentless color grading, a climate where many directors compete to create flawless, eye-popping shots. And sometimes the truth at the heart of cinema gets lost. And it's against this background that people like Chloé Zhao have an important role. Her world is built on genuine moments. Instead of chasing visual perfection, Zhao leans into the power of simplicity, reminding me, and I think by extension us, that emotional depth doesn't come from high-end effects, but from the subtle play of sunlight on a face, from the texture of a lived-in landscape or weathered buildings, from human faces that looked unscripted and unfiltered. So in an age where much of filmmaking is caught up in digital tricks and manufactured spectacles, Zhao proves that real storytelling is about finding truth, and that cinematic lighting and classic filmmaking techniques can still create beautiful and meaningful worlds. Chloé Zhao's filmmaking solution is therefore rooted in a cinematic philosophy that values intimacy, honesty, and natural beauty, which is all very much facilitated through close collaborations, especially with her cinematographer, Joshua James Richards. Together, the two have been crafting images that are shaped by natural light, using very much cinematic lighting that maintains realism even in epic landscapes. The director also opts for what is commonly known as the cinematic frame rate, usually 24 frames per second, that brings her films a gentle and a more immersive look. This subtle softness in the image, I think, also helps the viewer feel more present and connected, almost as if witnessing moments in real life rather than watching something artificial or fictional. She favors handheld realism over stylized motion, choosing the honest unpredictability of a human-operated camera instead of perfectly smooth tracking shots. And in all of this, the camera feels, or at least it feels to me, that it almost breathes and reacts with and to the actors, creating a natural sense of intimacy and authenticity. Another defining element of Zhao's work is her casting of non-professional actors, drawing out performances that are raw and unpredictable. She blurs the line between what I can call documentary or a documentarian sort of observation and what is also very much a scripted drama, letting reality shape each scene. These techniques create a beautiful cinematic realism that resonates beyond the screen, reminding me personally of classics like 1954's On the Waterfront. But her approach, I believe, is also built from or influenced by the visual poetry pioneered by directors like Terrence Malick or even Abbas Kiarostami. Like Malick, Zhao finds divinity in landscapes, using beautiful wide shots and gentle color grading to evoke emotion without overwhelming spectacle. And like Kiarostami, she lets real life improvise the story, allowing unscripted interactions and life experience to guide the narrative. And through all of this, Chloé Zhao shows us that powerful filmmaking doesn't therefore require high-end technology. With the right lighting and a thoughtful color and composition approach, attention to realism, and focus on ideas of authenticity, she crafts films that connect viewers to something deeper, making even the most expansive stories feel personal and true. Chloé Zhao's journey from intimate indie films like The Rider and Nomadland to directing Marvel's Eternals is, I believe, a testament to her ability to break boundaries without ever losing her artistic identity. Making the leap from stories of everyday outsiders to the vast universe of superheroes, Zhao held to what I believe to be her filmmaking philosophy that defines her work, despite, of course, the massive scale of Eternals. Because in spite of it, Zhao insisted on grounding the film in reality. She shot in real locations and relied heavily on natural light, connecting this idea of epic spectacle of superheroes to a more tactile and humanistic presence on screen. By bringing these familiar filmmaking techniques to the blockbuster space, I think she demonstrated that authenticity can still be held in much bigger circumstances, rather than just her beginning as an indie filmmaker. So rather than conforming to rapid-fire editing and visual spectacle, I believe the director invites us to reflect. And even in the midst of CGI and mythology, her images seem to breathe, and her light seems to feel alive, and her story is a bit more human than what I would expect of a normal superhero movie. And although I personally would prefer her early indie movies much more, and I do have a hope that she goes back to that and continues her career in that because I believe she excelled in it, looking at it with an open mind, I can acknowledge that in an age where we can create things in seconds, Chloé Zhao's cinema feels like a little bit of a quiet, a little bit like a rebellion. With her style and projects, she shows us that the future of filmmaking doesn't have to mean the death of realism. It can mean rediscovering it too, because no matter how advanced technology becomes, the most powerful special effect in cinema will always be, in my opinion, the truth. And so if you enjoyed this video, let me know down below and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.